Running from the gun, Johnson. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On third down, Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jamie Collins with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Stocker's got it. Complete. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
390.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Rivers. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Black 11. Let's go, baby. Let me what you got. Sweet, 89.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the Panthers' 23-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Here's Rivers. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Running from the gun with Howard. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Johnson's got it complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Rivers. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion. But he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing Rivers. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now Jones. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run it with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Set. 390. Hey, Delta! Get that ball! Load it! Load it! Mike 58, right there.
To throw, Rivers. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal.
15! Hey, I'm going to load it! Load it!
They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Ronald Jones, his first touchdown of the new season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Marcus May with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Check me 90, round 80. I got you, punk.
Following the interception here, Rivers. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Tre'Davious White, the LSU man there to knock it away that time. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Jones. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He's got Evans. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Mike. 180, round 80. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go.
Now Jones. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get a 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. They'll try again with Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Get that quarterback and all
Running with Howard. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Like 80.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Right there, 54, right there.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 30. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. A pass there complete to Sutton. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton is the man he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Ben to throw again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Lutz with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This is taken at the 3.
We play to win.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here they come, second and 10 now from the 10. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back, and they did a great job.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen, and they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
66.
At the 18-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Roethlisberger. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Cortland Sutton. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Jason Myers now for the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out, 1st and 10 at their own 43. From the gun, Rivers. Flushed out right. And he slings one that's incomplete. And the tight end, Luke Stocker, was the target. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He completes this to Sutton. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Well, they set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Drops it to Jones in the flat. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Rivers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Rivers again. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. And his throw here's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun to give to Jones. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Rivers now. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Right here, right here. Third and 2. Here we go, here we go.
Third and 2. Now Roethlisberger. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. The Panthers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Now Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Roethlisberger. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now it's Roethlisberger. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw again is Roethlisberger, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target, but it's going to be second down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Jamie Collins coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Out is Myers for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. And he missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And it's 3rd down.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Jones. And he's got some space here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 22 and a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Throwing here, Rivers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Jones. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Again, it's Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right